Whoops. When you post an announcement and forget to actually post the Twitch link. Whoops, feels bad. When you post an announcement and forget to actually post the Twitch link.
Okay, so first up we'll have Alex and Fluxit.
Ah, yes. Don't say that loud. You are VGL. So, what is the most exciting matchup? We have Alex facing Victor Stahl in 45 minutes. We have I'm not quite sure what's an exciting matchup in the other group. But that one is certainly Alex versus Victor Stahl match. Certainly one.
Zipper and Chicho.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, Alex and Victor Star. I guess those are the two most exciting ones.
Hells yeah. Right. Both are here.
Shall I do the coin flip?
Go ahead. The top player's pressure is real. That's a mood.
Everything good with the stream evade? Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, don't start on Supermarket 1 like I did. And we're off. We're kicking it off with some Total Mayhem. Deceptively simple, but very tricky to get it right. Flux is seemingly going sideways through this straight. Not sure what's going on there. Alex with a commanding initial lead. Fox is going to have to whip up something to try and outpace Alex or to force Alex into a mistake, which we have seen yesterday. We have seen Alex mess up times, yeah. But as we just see now, Fox hit 2 minutes and clipped into the bench barrier before the bridge and lost a bit of time to Alex because of that. Meanwhile, on board with Alex, he's coasting through the sections with a fair amount of ease as we head into the final lap. Looks like Fox has made another mistake.
Yeah, he hit the wall and span out.
It's like when they ask Kimi Räikkönen, "Hey, Kimi, you span out there. What happened?" "I spun," and then just walks off. But yeah, mistakes like that just makes person in front. It makes their life so much easier in these sorts of situations. So they don't have to push as hard. And like that, Alex wins the first map. Though, I have to say, Floxit really punching above his weight compared to what we used to see.
Yeah. If he didn't do those few mistakes, he would have been quite close, probably.
Yes, Floxit picking Kaddish Sprint. The more we see of that.
Yeah. I'm definitely going for that as well.
And off we go. Last group stage. This was a tiebreaker map. Oh.
That was a massive mistake, but it's a long track.
It's not often you see, the tone of the race decided in like the first corner. But it's a long track. I mean, normally you'd say, oh, a long track, anything can happen. But this is Kaddish Sprint, and Alex loves Kaddish. So that's another thing. Kaddish Sprint, against these top drivers. It's very ballsy. The gap already 100 meters, and we're not even done with the first lap. Yeah, Alex is taking it easy because he knows he can. The 3-number gap between him and Fox. Alex slowing down before that tricky section. I don't blame him. Even if you're pushing, it's not a bad idea to slow down there. Making the long way around the bumps, which is good. It's like people in Monaco going to run that little bump before the corner that leads towards that really narrow one.
Fluxiting unfortunately keeps messing over, which doesn't help.
Yeah, that's it's unfortunate. But this just shows the gap between a good racer and a great racer. Alex in no rush to close this out, unless he's going to try and go for a monster lap. This is what people tend to do when they're a bit bored, so to speak. The gap now 300 meters. That's pretty nuts. This is one of my favorite sections in the track. Is you get to see that big cube thing. Meanwhile, Foxy is only just making his way to the cube section thing, and Alex is already about to finish the race, bringing it to a 2-0. Just has to win one more race. Question is, can Foxy mount up a challenge and sneak in a win, or will he just try to put up a fight? Because right now it's looking like a most likely a 3-0, but a 3-1 is not. It's not out of the question. Foxy picks Sakura. And off
Alex
we go.
gets the boost.
Yeah. And these races where every meter counts. Using the boost is...
Oh.
Oh! That was the cheeky move by Foxit there, but he clipped the inside a little bit too much and flicked it. But at the same time, Alex bumped into him a bit too much as well, which lost him a lot of time, even though he did pass him. Flux messes up the shortcut, and that is pretty much sets the tone for the rest of the race. Either Fox is gonna keep making mistakes and the gap will widen as the race goes on, or we might see Alex making a couple of mistakes and giving an opportunity to Fox to fight back. Considering Fox's track record this series, I'm not sure if that's... I looked at Fox again, he seemed to have flipped over something to do with the walls around the house. Yeah, well, Alex did spin out, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. He has plenty of margin for error with the gap as it is, and Fox it. If Alex makes a mistake, Fox it is in no hesitation to follow up with a mistake of his own. The two didn't even meet. Alex was way past that section as Fox entered the final lap. And it's unlikely they're going to meet here as well. Yeah, Alex already passed the intersection. A very lonely race for both of them. Very much benefiting Alex in this situation. This is going to be a very effortless 3-0 for Alex. Though there were moments where he was under pressure, particularly on Total Mayhem, like the first lap or so. So not at all a complete shutout, but a 3-0 nonetheless for Alex. Next up, we would have Victor Star versus Zyno, but Zyno is not here, so that will highly likely end up in a 3-0 victory for Victor Star.
Hello, hello.
Thoughts on the win, Alex?
It was fairly decisive. I think
Yeah.
Floxit says he didn't play his best, which is unfortunate, but it happens. But he did pick KD Sprint, so
Yeah.
that one was like no surprise there. I think he could have done better on Sakura though, but that's just how it goes. Who's up next?
Next will be Victor Star facing Zyno. Suchio just asked me if he could do his matches today, as he's not available on the 30th. Very late. Very much a late thing. You can't just say this to me this late. Hmm. Right. I'm going to. If I can find Victor Star in my PMs. Is that Pepsi?
No, that was just a bottle of water that I dropped. But it was closed, so everything's fine.
Still no word from Sitcha about his last minute plans. Right. Since Zino is MIA, not here. Zino will. Victor Star will get the free win against Zino. Unless first place and last place are tied. First place, Alex Victor Star are tied. Zino and Foxit are tied for last place. Irv and Vladimir are yet to play though. Right. I have confirmation that Sitcho versus Ando will happen now, rather than their scheduled time of 30th of June, thanks to Zino's absence.
That should be a really good one.
It's going to be a top 10 anime showdown. If I can find. I will do the coin flip. Vic, are you there?
Yep.
Cool. The coin flip is hits, so that means Under picks the first track. You can pick either Garden or Jailhouse. You will no doubt pick Jailhouse.
Oh yeah. I
Maybe
maybe
he'll.
show that he was also gonna pick Jailhouse. But
Surprisingly, nobody likes Garden this tourney. It's such a shame.
When you put it either that or Jailhouse, well,
But Garden's also really good. Well,
I don't know. I think it's a bit of a gamble to go for unlike top tier play, because it comes down to 3 corners over like the entire match.
yeah, Garden is certainly not going to be in the playoffs. Anyhow, Sitcho got a bit of a boost there from Andor after that landing. Sitcho finding himself in a strength position ahead of Andor as we go through the what are these called? They're not called canals.
They're called sewers, I think.
Yeah, the sewers. Yeah, sorry. My brain just went blank. Sitcho seems to have gotten caught up a little bit in the fencing, and like that, he has lost 30 meters to Andor. And every meter difference between you and Andor equals to how likely you are to lose. Times 3.
Especially on Jailhouse.
Yeah. So if you are 30 meters behind Andor, times that by 3, and that's your percentage of a loss. I mean, that's your chance of a loss. 90%. But we have seen Andor make mistakes, especially around that U-turn. So who knows? He might have a lapse in judgment at a most crucial moment and blow the door right open for Sitcho.
Chicho does fall in the water.
Sitcho poetically falls, as does his chances of a win here. This is already won for Andor. Unfortunately, he cannot teleport behind Sitcho and go, "You already lost." And making his way to the uphill U-turn. He goes around a little bit wide, but he doesn't clip into it. Sitcho, that's not how this works. You gotta finish your race, my dude. You can't just do that. You gotta finish your races like everyone else. Sitcho with the lack of self-confidence here, seemingly in a bit of turmoil after. It is up to him whether he pick Venice or Bayat. This will be only the second time we see Venice. The last time we saw Venice was the tiebreaker map between Irv and Shara, which Irv won. Both using the boost. These are two very competitive individuals. I'm assuming crashing into the wall there.
Yeah, he seemed to have gotten launched a bit as well.
Yeah, not quite sure what happened there. The latency does not make it easy for me to distinguish what happened.
What Andor also does is get stuck in the chairs, which is another bad blunder.
Yeah. Ooh, Sitcho lost control there.
I don't think the Reaper was necessary, but
Nah, he seems to be very nervous. Also, something's up with his connection. Was I lagging there for a second?
maybe I'm not seeing anything particularly bad about his connection.
Okay, it was on my end then. It's like neither of them were moving. Anyhow, Sitcho still in the lead here. as we enter the second lap, but Under is not at all letting up. Will Sitcho mess this area action up again? No, he will not. And he will finish the second lap with a 30-meter lead. Question is, can he hold on to that? Driving a little bit more conservatively, or will Under pull in a monstrous time and catch up and force Sitcho into a mistake?
Yeah, it's the last lap. The pressure's on.
Yeah. Oh, losing a bit of control there. Really dipped his toes into the water a little bit there. You know what I mean? Ooh, this is exciting. Sitcho. Very much under pressure by Under here. Under knows what he's capable of. This is literally corners away. I will decide who will win. Under just needs to slot himself in front of Sitcho.
Oh!
He didn't.
Oh my god!
He saw himself right in front at the last moment because he had the better line, more speed and all that. And he won.
Jesus Christ. The last corner.
Sitcho seemingly struggling here with his machine as well. Certainly not helping matters. Also, fun fact, this is the first time we will see 21. No, wait, it's not actually. It's the second time. Right. Despite it being 2-0 to Under, every race has been... Well, Venice has been like the closest we've seen since Museum 1, between 6 and 7 and back.
Oh yeah, that one was really close. And
Sitcho-
Under has been reverse sweep before.
Yeah. Sitcho has these skills to try and make that happen, but will he have the resolve? Will he have the resolve to maintain that pressure? Or will he crumble himself?
Oh,
Ooh, that was nasty.
yeah,
slot
Chichi
himself in
took that
front.
a bit tighter and messed Under up.
I mean, on the one hand, yeah, it sucks, but on the other hand, you know, if you slot yourself in front, you know, that's on the other person not realizing how fast you can enter the end of that. It's like Venice last straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, no malicious intent.
Not trying to slot yourself in front is a common tactic, which we've seen quite a lot here. Since you're getting a bit of deja vu here, being only just a tiny bit ahead of Under as we enter the last lap. Can Under replicate his success on Venice, or will Sitcho be able to try and keep the tops alive for at least one more map? We will find out soon. TM, as Sitcho makes his way past the section number whatever, back straight before the last corner. It
Seems
seems,
to have gotten through the drop a bit better.
yeah, this is Sitcho's win. Sitcho keeping his subs alive for one more map brings it to a 2-1. Right. Under picks Amco TT.
And Amco TT, oh, Under with an early spin out. But so does Chicho. This part quite tricky to do with Toyeka. Oh, Chicho might have hit under there and had to repo as he tumbled off the track. And Chicho spins out again. Now he needs to. Now he needs under to make a mistake. Without being too pressure. Oh, Chicho with another tumble over. This does not seem good for Chicho.
I have overheated once again. So now I am facing my hand towards my machine rather than me. I really need to dust my machine at some point because this is getting really bad.
Chicho, seemingly with not a lot of experience on Amco TT, keeps trying to cut those corners close, even those with which he shouldn't cut close. And often cuts them too close and just falls over. Leading to a commanding lead by Under as Under goes into the last lap on 100-meter lead. Under needs to mess up more than once for Chicho to catch this one up.
I can't really watch the race because I was only able to just rejoin.
Okay, well, it's almost over anyway.
But
Under
it's
messes up. But it's too little too late, as he also apparently messed up. Yeah, and there he goes again.
it could have very well gone to game 5. But Sicho couldn't quite, make it happen. Both him and his machine, I suppose.
Oh yeah, that loss on Venice was heartbreaking. On the last corner where he had to slow down.
Yep. That was. I know I'd be very. I know that affected his mindset for the next few races. I know it would not make me feel too good either. But well played by both of them, despite everything. It was a lot closer than what we used to seeing, anyway.
Yep.
And now we'll head back to the Group 1 schedule and do Irv, who will face Vlad. Right. I will invite Vlad into the lobby. And thus, Andor gets first blood in Group 2, winning over Sitio. But now we will head back into Group 1.
Yep, and Vladmin is in.
I will do the coin flip. Now, this is going to be an interesting matchup because both seem to be a bit spotty, but I'm not sure who's going to win.
I don't know either. I think Vlad has the edge here, but Ulf definitely could take it as well.
I'm predicting a 3-1. 3-1 to Vlad.
Oh, getting pushed out.
That was unfortunate. You don't go side by side in that section because something's always going to go wrong.
Yeah, not a lot of space there.
They're approaching that chicane a bit too quick and pick the price, but the gap only 40 meters. Vlad making it through the U-turn past the finish to beginning second line of somewhat behind him. Vlad making his way through the bridge. Irv closely behind him. It seems like Irv has caught up a little bit.
Yeah.
But the question is, okay, I didn't mess up there too much. I didn't mess up the chicane as much as he did the last time. Ooh, Vlad messing up something real bad. Question is, can Irv capitalize on this as we enter the final lap? No, he does not, as he flips out at the last corner. And messes up again. Oh my god, that is...
Oh, that's real bad.
That was real close at some point. And I'm sure Vlad is counting their lucky stars. Yeah, look how slow they're going now. They know they've won. Just gotta take it easy now. But the series far from over. Earth Stars at least 2 more opportunities to try and win at least one race.
And he picks Kadish.
Kaddish, seemingly a popular pick when not relegated to being a tiebreaker map.
Well, the sample size so far is 2, so it might be a bit early to say.
Nerf heading down the spiral of doom. Vlad closely behind him. Gets the better line and manages to squeeze ahead. Heading towards the tricky section now.
Both getting that jump.
Yeah, both doing
And
it fairly
Earth
well.
squeezes past, but Vladmin squeezes right back. Oh, this is neck to neck.
Well, that was some interesting lines. There's a bit of time to Earth there. And well, Earth has something to work with here. He can definitely keep Vlad on his toes, I reckon. Ooh, goes a bit too wide there and drives up the canyon wall. Up the canyon wall, but that was a bit of a mistake, but it's not too detrimental compared to the last one. And he's still right behind him, so anything can still happen there. Ooh, Vlad's still done a bit too much there. And gets stuck.
Probably got hit by Irv there and spun out.
I mean, he slowed down a bit too much for that corner in the first place, so
Oh yeah.
it's a surprise if he's going to bump into him and send him, packing. Almost thought Irv fell off there. And anyway, in any case, Vlad seems to be catching up a tiny bit. Seemingly driving more conservatively, less, not wanting to make too many mistakes. Lost a bit of control there, but not too much of a issue. It just needs to hang in there front of the lap. And keep his hooks alive. Not doing the same mistake he did a lap ago with that corner. And we're going to enter the final lap with Irv in a fairly commendable lead over Vlad.
Yeah, he needs to just not mess up now, but that's easier said than done, especially on Kadish.
I mean, at the same time, Vlad also needs to not mess up
Yeah, that's true too.
to be able to keep his ups alive. And, you know, Vlad seems to be driving conservatively despite, you know, the circumstances they're in. Irv makes his way past that section, incident-free. And Vlad closely behind him, having done the same thing. Irv making his way for the final corners. Once again, not messing up there like he did on lap 1. Makes his way to the final corner. And is going to win against Vlad.
Pretty good.
So Vlad picks Sakura. Irv with the initial lead. Vlad's tried to like slot himself in front of Irv, but that tactic seems to have bitten him quite harshly.
Yep, didn't quite work out.
Having lost a lot of time to Irv.
As we approach the bridge, also another very tricky part, but Irv gets through it no problem. And so does Vladimir.
Irv does it a little bit wide, but rather do it wide than spin out and leave more time. Because
Oh yeah.
the two meet at the U-turn. Irv clipping the sidewalk there just a tiny bit, but not too detrimental. Vlad closely behind him, but not gaining nor losing time. It's all about who makes less mistakes, as Irv does just that with the shortcut, allowing Vlad to practically half the gap and be pretty much right behind him. Irv does one more thing like that, this race might be over for him. But the same thing could very well happen to Vlad as well.
Yeah, this track can be quite tricky if you're not paying attention properly.
Yep. It's deceptively simple. It looks easy. And it sort of is, but the moment you have a lapse of judgment and the moment you're too overconfident, the seemingly easy corners will just spin you out and lose you a lot of speed, which seemingly is what's happening to Irv. He's lost a lot of time to Vlad. Oh, Vlad kicking the gates.
That's very unfortunate on the last lap too.
The last lap, like, that's what I mean. You get a bit too overconfident, and those little tiny mistakes just like snowball into something massive.
Well, and Vladimir losing even more time and even more First, he had to move to the right, and then clips the fence on the bridge.
And Irv is going to take the series 2-1.
And we're off to Ghost Town 2.
Yep. Can Irv close out the series? Or will we see a game 5? Irv gets the boost and Vlad suddenly does not. Vlad goes the long way around, seemingly having messed up the line there, while Irv does it pretty neatly. Making the way through the mines. Irv gets past the saloon. See, a lot of people like leaving the saloon, but nobody likes moving to the saloon.
Oh, Earth bounces on the box, which
Yeah.
allows Vladman to take the lead, but only barely.
Both going the long way around that section. But now they're making a mistake. Irv getting the inside a little bit, tries to slam himself in front, but doesn't quite work out. But still very much ahead and very much interested in trying to maintain that lead. No matter,
Barely even a meter between them.
2 meters now, but this U-turn could very well decide who leads now. Irv slots himself in
Oh,
front. If
that
this was
was
the
a
last,
nice squeeze.
yeah, if that was the last lap, that would have been absolutely nutty. Ooh, very well done by Irv there. Almost spun out, but manages to salvage the jump. Ooh,
Oh.
that could have ended up a lot worse.
But that might be it. That
Or,
could have very well costed him. But it's still not
who
over.
knows?
Still
No.
very close.
Pressure's on Vlad now. If Irv can do the same he did last lap, then he's gonna do it!
Oh! What a comeback!
The upset of the century, Irv takes a win over Vladman.
That was crazy. Vladman taking that last corner not so well, and that allows Earth to take the victory 3-1.
I expected to lose that one, but quite exciting races, really.
Oh yeah, that was very exciting. Speaking of races we're expecting to lose, next up is Victoro versus me.
I don't think anyone really expected that to happen. I was like, yeah, 3-1 to Vladimir, it's a safe bet. And the exact opposite happened. Anyhow, Alex versus Victor Star now.
I'm gonna mute myself for that one. See you guys until after the race.
Okay. Right, time for the top 10 anime showdown. We have Alex facing Victor Star. Two very, very good races. One of the best in the server right now. Right, time to do the coin flip. Alex picks Mayhem. And we shall start at any moment. And we're off. Alex with the initial lead into the first few corners. The Victor Star not too far behind him. Oh, clipping that left part off the track. Perhaps even costing him the race, but... And once again, clipping and spinning out at the piano section. He's already lost 80 meters to Alex, and we're not even done with the first lap. Quite a blunder. Perhaps he needs to warm up. It's what these people tend to make an excuse when they lose a match. You know, Alex simply spinning out a little bit, losing a tiny bit of time to Victor Star, but he can take it easy because the gap is 70 meters, and in a track like Tor Mayhem, that's quite significant. Though we shouldn't be sleeping too much because Victor Star is catching up with some monstrous pace. And as I say that, he spins out at the first corner. Or is he? I'm not sure. The net code is telling me many things right now. Either way, Alex still 70 meters ahead, despite what I may have said earlier. Makes his way through that chicane towards the last U-turn. And across the line, 1-0 to Alex. Victor Star needs to start waking up and put up a challenge if he wants to keep his hopes alive here. Victor Star picking Toy Soldiers, which is not a surprise.
You did say Alex does quite like Kaddish, so I'm curious how will he do on Toy Soldiers.
Yeah, Victor Star's, I think, really good on this track. They head off into the first corner. Victor Star tries to slap himself in front of Alex, but gets burnt. And takes the safer line through the garage there. Victor Star not too far behind. Very much on Alex's tail. Will Alex spin out here though? Seemingly not. In fact, Victor Star is catching up a little bit, making up for the time he lost in the first lap after trying to slot himself in front. Now once again going to the safer line there. Well, Alex takes the more ambitious, faster line, but messes up the corner right afterwards. and is right behind Victor Star now, making their way towards the containers. We will see who messes up and who doesn't. Alex
Ooh.
touching the wall on the left and gets spun out and everything. Loses to lead the Victor Star. This is make or break time for both of them.
Victor takes the slow path, but might not be enough for Alex to catch up.
This corner coming up and the container section will decide who wins. As Victor Star can still mess up. He still mess up the containers.
And he does
which
not.
doesn't- No, Alex
But-
does though. So it's gonna be tied 1-1. Going for Sakura over Metro. A very competitive track, as we've seen so far a lot of times, I believe. Victor Star trying to slot himself in front, pushing Alex out of the way, but wasn't quite quick enough to do that. Making their way past. Oh, Victor Star gets caught up in some of the railings and loses a bit of time to Alex there. Meanwhile, Alex passed the ramp towards the bridge and the gazebo. Now they're making a mistake, but Victor Star, though, on the other hand, right after landing, seems to have spun out. This is very much looking like Alex's race, and we're not even in the second lap yet.
Oh,
And he flips. If you're as skillful as Alex, it's very difficult to lose the 80-meter gap on a track like this, which is now 100 meters, and can still climb. Through the bridges again, Alex makes his way past them without any incidents. Victor Star, a fair distance behind, but still showing his presence in case Alex makes a mistake or two. As we are through the final lap of Sakura. A very much fan favorite because of it's got a really good flow. It's one of the best flowing tracks, custom tracks. Victor Star making a mistake again, bumping the gap between them over 100 meters, which isn't something you'd expect in a matchup like this, but nerves and pressure can turn the fastest of individuals into ghosts. And if I was in Victor Star's place, I'd be like, online is not a true indicator of skill. LAN is where the real stuff happens. Meet me at LAN. Opting for Supermarket 1. Like the stars. This this may very well be his last chance at trying to fight back. It's up to him to try and bring this to game 5 and possibly even win. Making their way through the piles. Victor Star with the initial lead of Alex. Both taking the appropriate Victor started, Alex didn't. Not sure what happened there. Seemingly didn't want to mess up. But whoever is more consistently daring and gets away with it is able to be faster in these sorts of courses where every shortcut and optimal line matters, no matter how risky it may be. Just like this section. The gap not at all changing as we are halfway through the race. Alex once again going the long way around, losing a bit of time there to Victor Star. Alex opting for the safer approach, which involves being behind the driver, trying to amp up the pressure and force them into a mistake. Either that or I'm just chatting bollocks as always. Both making their way through the shortcut without any incidents. Victor Star pulling away a little bit, seemingly enough. He might just win this. Or he might make a mistake. Yeah, not taking the shortcut, he's not going to risk it. Not when you're one mistake away from losing the entire series. And he has the room for it. It's not like Alex is right behind him. He's going to take this match to a Game 5.
And we're finally looking forward to Museum 1.
Oh, yeah. We're getting our Game 5 of the day. And off we go, Alex with the initial lead over Victor Star as we get into the race corner. Down the long winding U-turns, Victor Star gets caught up in that literal RNG wall. But it's just the beginning, and the gap is still less than 50 meters. So who knows? Alex makes his way past the jump without any incidents. Victor Star also makes pass. Alex through the U-turns. Goes through. Past the dinosaur. Towards the tables and the chicane. Through the ramp, slows down. You saw a bit too much there. Probably didn't want to mess up there because this is a Game 5. Unless you're incredibly confident or like, unless you're wrecked, but you don't really want to go for extreme risks on a Game 5. Which makes no sense. Ooh! Alex flipped over, but managed to salvage it, thanks to how he landed. Victor Star is right behind him though, very much amping up the pressure. Literally neck and neck on Museum 1. It's not something you see often. Oh, Alex caught up in one of the tables. Victor Star makes his way to the last lap. Game 5 and clips the wall in the first corner. And Alex also gets caught out by that RNG wall that put out Victor Star in the first lap. Making their way towards the jump, we will see who makes a mistake and who doesn't. Victor Star makes it through. Is it free? So does Alex. Both making their way towards the U-turn. Alex seemingly got caught up with the dinosaur or something. It's lost a bit of time there to Victor Star.
Yeah, hit the dinosaur leg.
Oof. Guess it was pulling his leg. Victor Star spins up before the chicane, but is that going to be enough? Nah, he's going to make it to the finish line. 3-2 over Alex. Brings it back from the brink of a loss. And manages to clinch it when it mattered. Well played by both, though.
Oh man.
Is this
Well,
loss?
yeah, it was a loss, but I kind of expected loss. But
A very-
I'm kind of happy with how the loss went.
Yeah, it was a very close loss.
Could have been a lot worse.
So next up we have 607 and Zipper.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna be away for a little bit because my voice needs a break.
Okay.
So if you two could take over for a little bit,
Sure.
thing.
just for a couple matches, I suppose.
Will you still be taking care of the documents, or should I do it?
No, I can do that.
Okay.
Actually, for now, I'll try and get a drink again. So if there's anything I'm missing, just if basically just do the documents for now. I'll do the scores eventually. So
Okay.
just type in like the maps and the winners of the maps. And then I'll be right back.
Both are in. Biohazard or Jailhouse? Wait, no, Garden or Jailhouse. And for once, we can actually get to see Garden. Pretty rare. Always been going up against some pretty good tracks. In the first round, it was against Mayhem. In this group stage, is against Jailhouse Rock.
Yeah. And both are pretty good custom tracks. And here we go. Zipper gets the boost.
6 or 7 doesn't not. Six or seven
Slap.
takes that turn slightly worse. Spins out at the last part of it. And really that turn is all there is to this track when it comes to overtaking.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh,
Zipper got a bit too greedy, tried to pre-jump a bit too hard. He does that again, and he has 6 or 7 right on his tail. But now he takes it safe, no problem. And that should be it, unless anything exceptional happens.
aside from
Which-
that one corner, 607 did do pretty well. So-
Yeah. Oh, he chooses Biohazard Factory. I think he's choosing right into Zipper's wheelhouse.
Okay. Zipper gets the boost again.
Six or seven spinning out a bit after the tube drop. Is a bit tricky to do. And we're onto the conveyor belt. Zipper makes it through without any major incidents. 6 or 7 does spin out though.
Oh, Zipper goes for the shortcut, but 607 does not.
Yep, Zipper always goes for the shortcut and he's scary consistent at it.
Might be the case that 607 did not actually know about the shortcut. We'll see if he tries to go for it next lap.
And we're nearing the conveyor belts once again. In my opinion, by far and away the hardest part of the track. And Zipper does take those a bit conservatively.
Oh, 607 hit the wall, unfortunately. Loses quite a bit of time.
It's unfortunate.
Tries to go for the shortcut, and does it, a bit clunkily, but... And unfortunately messes up. That is probably the end of the race.
Might be. But it is Biohazard Factory. And Zipper has messed up pretty bad against Kippy once on Biohazard Factory. Where he lost like 100 meters or something. Although even 100 are not enough here.
607 fell down near the end and lost about 100 more meters.
Oh, Zipper messes up the shortcut. And we're nearing the last few turns for Zipper. Not much opportunity for him to mess up here. And no opportunities for him to mess up 300 meters here. Although he does mess up pretty bad. Oh god, Zipper, what are you doing? Zipper, what are you doing? Lost like 200 meters.
There's probably no need for him to try hard, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Choices between Titanic 1 and Molten Caverns, and 607 does choose Titanic 1.
Now this could very well be the end of the match, but you never know.
Last 1v1 tournament, Zipper beats Kippy on this one. So 607 might have been not so fortunate with his picks. Six or seven taking the slower route, grinding on the wall, but it's also way safer.
Oh,
but
Zipper messes up.
Yeah, messed up pretty bad. Tried to go for the wallbang, but hit the door. But solo 6 or 7. And Zipper takes the lead right back. Oh, he hits the whatever that thing's called. Goes backwards. 6 or 7 with a close 11-meter lead, but Super has to like turn around at some point.
Hard to say where. This might be a good point. He doesn't.
He does rather not so gracefully.
Six or seven might have a chance for a victory now.
Oh yeah, 6 or 7 needs to just not mess up now. But that's easier said than done, especially if you have a player quite as good as Zip right behind you.
Yeah. There's definitely a bit of pressure to maintain the lead as well. Does the turn smoothly? But Zipper is catching up quite quickly.
Oh yeah, he has been catching up.
Only 10 meters left.
Five
6 or 7.
meters.
Oh,
Oh, this
hard
is
to
gonna be
say.
real close.
Zipper takes the faster route and
Oh,
overtakes.
and that's it. So close. On the last corner once again.
So next up we have Chichio and Shara. Oh, it seems like Chichio is not participating, so that's a free win for Shara.
Yep.
So instead we're doing, I guess, Lagerok and Adder.
I've only just come back, so give me a moment to figure out what to do and what's happening. I'm just updating the standings right now. Wait. Oh, right, yeah.
So Lagerok and Andor next.
Yeah, give me a moment. I'm still updating the standings.
Yeah,
So
just
yeah,
to know whether to announce it or...
just send them the IP. Has Vlad been asked to be in the lobby?
Say again?
Is Vlad supposed to be in the lobby?
Nope.
Kick him.
No sign of Lager yet. I'll be going AFK a minute.
Alright. Oh, Lager is here now.
That's good to see.
There he is.
Hey!
Okay, seems like Lager is here. We can start.
Both already? Let's go.
Let's go, dude!
This could be quite an exciting match. And who gets the
we're
boost?
Like having a rough first turn.
Yeah, what happened there? I don't know, it just seems a little clumsy. It's gone the long way around as well. Yeah, my voice still isn't up to par yet, so I'll have to mute myself a little bit longer.
Alright.
Okay.
But I am here now, so.
The gap widens as we enter the last hairpin of the first turn.
And there definitely has a good grasp of the race line here.
Yep. Lagrock once again going on the outside, losing a bit of time compared to Under. And the gap has widened by 20 meters once again. Not through Lagrock messing up, but through Under just playing better. Getting a better race line, taking those corners smoother, but this time Lagrock does mess up. Spins out after the drop.
Look at Anders' best lap time. It's like over a second faster than Lagrock's best lap.
Down.
Yeah, and Under has been having like laps that are like another half second better than that. Oh, he hits the barrels on the last hairpin, but it does not matter. He takes the win. 1-0. And we are off to Venice.
Under gets the boost again.
Lagrock taking that first jump pretty slow compared to Under, but doesn't lose too much. Oh, Under messing up real bad. Tries to go for the wallbang a bit too hard and spins out and lands, and oh, Lagrock hits the pole. It's the pillar.
Guess
Still
you could
the
say he's not in the pole position anymore. I'm sorry, that was bad.
And then now making that warbang, no problem. So does Lagarok.
I think that wallbang there is one of the most dangerous sections of the track.
I don't think it's dangerous at all. It's just a bit. Can be a bit weird sometimes, but I think you can nail it down like fairly consistently if you know what you're doing.
I wonder if Lego can do anything here. Well, similarly not, because he's just lost a lot of attempt to under there for some reason.
Yep. And Under makes it through those last few corners and is in the goal. 2-0 for Under.
No, he's not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Kick him.
Titanic 1. This is gonna be an interesting one. Lagarok taking that turn fairly wide, but doesn't lose too much time.
We've seen Andalusia once. Can Lagrock make that a second time? We shall see as the race goes on.
Both making it through that drop very well.
What matters is that Anda has the command and lead right now.
And both taking the risky line. Still fairly close. Oh, Under messes up. I don't know what happened there, but it seemed real bad. So now
Still
Under is
getting out.
right behind Lagarok. Oh, spins
Ooh.
out, tries to squeeze in, doesn't work out.
Can Lagrock hold on to this for one more lap and keep his hopes alive?
There's a chance he could. Lagarok's been
So you-
looking pretty good in this race so far.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Very close so far. Oh, but Under does a very neat overtake.
Yep.
Slots himself in front, sees the opportunity, sees that Lagrock being very lazy with the line there, and, you know, he's like, yeah, I'll just take this, you know. Fuck you and your chances of, you know, getting a win against me. I'm gonna take 3-0. I didn't actually mean to swear there. Apologies. It's supposed to be a Christian stream. Swearing is quite unprofessional, to be honest.
So next up would be, oh boy. So next up would be Zipper and Chichio, but Chichio has retired for today, which means Zipper gets a free win. But next up would be me and Zyno, and as far as I know, Zyno cannot participate either.
Zipper messaged me saying during the off time, like between now and who's in the well, there's actually a massive gap now. Zipper is interested in facing Shara now rather than on the 30th.
Okay.
So we are, if both are up for it, going to do Zipper ZB versus Shara right now.
Sounds good. So have you messaged them?
I'll message Shara.
Okay.
So Shara does not want to race yet. They want to race in 20 minutes' time. So in first place, we have Ando. Only won 2 matches out of 2. Then we have Zip receiving Zip and Shara tied for second place with an equal score. Then tied for fourth place, we have Lagrock in 607 with a 0-3 score. And then in sixth place, we have Sitchia with Tilos, who has seemingly dropped out, unfortunately.
Okay, so what will we do now?
I'll message Shara again saying there's absolutely there's a massive gap. We can't just have a massive gap.
Yeah, so it's not quite his turn to play, I guess. Well, what about Zipper and Andor?
They are due to play in 30 minutes.
Yeah, but there's not quite anything to do until then.
Right, we're gonna have another top 10 anime showdown.
So we'll be doing Zipper versus Ander, which is quite exciting.
Yep.
Would heads be Zipper or Ander?
Heads will be under.
Okay, so we're doing alphabetically.
Yeah. Ooh, picking garden.
Here we go.
These two are more than ready. And off we go, Botanical Garden. Two of one of the many great drivers in this tournament. Ando with the initial lead in Botanical Garden. He just has to make sure to stay consistent with his lines and not mess up that one corner. Because races Botanical Garden are basically decided at that corner and this corner. So the two corners leading up to the bridge are basically where races are decided here.
Two are neck and neck. Couldn't get much closer than this. Ander spinning out at that corner, but Zipper also spin out the one right after that.
Not quite getting the right line there. Yeah, it's either that or spinning out. So this is going to be an easy win for Zipper. He chose the track after all, so he knows what he's doing.
Yep.
Has to be Venice.
I don't know. Oh, it is then.
Well, you know, Ander doesn't quite like Biohazard.
Yeah.
Especially not against, Zipper.
Oh yeah, that's also very true.
Neither gets the boost, I think.
Nah, they both did.
Oh,
Messing
Oh,
up.
that was nasty. What the hell happened there? Oh my
Zipper
god.
has a major disadvantage at the moment, but and if he can change in 3 laps.
Or rather, in seconds, as Ando got caught up in one of the chairs. And we're
Yeah.
back to square one, where they're like pretty much neck and neck now. Neither of them using that little area. Ooh, Zipper got all that speed there and caught up to Ando. Not sure what he did wrong there. Either way, Ando and Zipper will bang that corner rather efficiently. Towards the second lap. Ooh!
Zipper doesn't quite catch the corner, and that's gonna cost him a lot of time.
He wanted to slide in front of Ando, but Ando did not budge. He wasn't interested. And so Zipper was left wondering where to go. And he met with the wall head on.
Zipper seems to be catching up ever so slightly.
Into the final lap now. That's a rather impressive lap time from Ando there, a 42.2. Not the fastest, but it's a lap time where you basically say, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, Zipper's slightly catching up, but if Ando maintains this pace, Zipper ain't catching up. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be like when Ando stole the win away from Sitcho at the very last corner. Yeah, it's going to be a win for Under, tying up 1-1. Zipper actually crashed into the wall at the end there.
Nice. We're doing Molten Caverns.
Picking Molten Caverns. We haven't actually seen that today, so.
I know Zipper is actually quite fond of that track, so I'm curious.
Yeah, but so is Under, so.
Really hard to say who would win this match.
I mean, that's why we're doing this tournament. Find out.
Indeed.
To put all the theories and all the fancy. No, not fancy. Put all the speculation and the what ifs aside. It's all about who's actually going to win, who's actually better when it matters. And so far, Ander seems to be the one who's better. But
Or Zipper tried to squeeze in there, didn't quite work out, but still gained a bit of time.
yeah, Ander took that corner very slowly, and both actually clipping into the walls there of the cave, spinning out as a result. So the standings remain unchanged. Oh, Zipper getting caught up in the bridge.
Or
And
Zipper can call again.
He's getting caught up by
For
these
the
caves a
third
lot.
time.
Yeah,
That's a 100-meter lead for Ender.
yeah, but on the track by Molten Caverns, 100 meters is like nothing.
You say 100, but it seems like Anna messed up at some part. And
No,
maybe
it's-
half.
It's like it was 100 meters when Zipper last messed up because Under was running away at that last bend, which is pretty much, full throttle, while Zipper was still standing still. So when Zipper actually started moving, his gap between Under was getting smaller because Under was going through the slowest section. Under seems to be caught up in a lot of obstacles. Yeah. So does Zipper. They both seem to be very messy in this race. Luckily, no one
Seems-
fell into the water.
Seems the gap shortened to nearly 10 meters there.
Yeah.
30 at full speed. Fairly close for Molten Cavern standards.
I mean, we've seen the first ever close overground race yesterday, so yeah. I welcome this. Up the hill, both of them through the jump. And I almost messed up that corner, but I just to get it together when it matters. And really does not want to mess this up. He loses control, but rather than lose control, they get caught up and get stuck, having crashed on the crystals. Now Zipper's
This
going
is
to try
very
and be
close.
Zipper's going to try and be aggressive and try and slot himself in, but can you really do that in one of these corners? I'm going to try here. Ooh. It's not gonna
Not
happen.
quite.
No.
Very, very close though.
The closest finish in this track I've probably seen.
get to see Ghost Town 1.
It's not the first time. Yesterday we saw it for the first time. When I think it was Sitio facing Blackman. Either way, very much neck and neck. Things are heating up here. Almost as warm as my room right now. Especially my PC, considering it overheated not too long ago.
Yep, this is very close. Neither one making any mistakes. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah, say that. Might have jinxed him.
I think Zipper sort of pushed under into the pillar there. Very much not at all hesitant to push out of the way to get to that one. Anyway, Zipper could very well be overconfident and make some mistakes here that might cost him. But it's not going to happen.
Two. We go into the 5th round.
On Overground, which favors Zipper more than Under.
Okay, here we go. I think this is the closest match today, isn't it?
Well, it's not the only game 5 we've seen.
Yeah. There was Alex and Victor Star as well.
Yep. Almost to go down the hill. Ooh, Zipper spins out, and Under does not. Zipper needs to make up for some monstrous pace, because Under is not letting up here. He's already lost to Victor Stun the last group stage. He doesn't want to lose to anyone else. Not considering the history these two have.
Yeah.
But, you know, the less said about that, the better. Oh, and he gets caught up in the box.
Zipper loses a bit of time there as well.
Into the second lap, and very much taking that chicane very slowly. I don't blame him. So we're seemingly gaining a little bit there. Gaining a lot. I'm not sure what happened to Under there since I've been...
He hit the rock, unfortunately. And the gap is much closer now.
Can't stop the rock.
And the gap's even closer now with Under messing up at the vent. Zipper tries to squeeze in.
And he
doesn't manage to
overtakes
do
him.
it. But there's still 1 lap left.
Neck and neck.
Nobody crashes into the boulder there. Both just, you know, playing bumper cars rather than RV. But in a game like this, I suppose it's okay. Nobody spinning out downhill. Both making their way around the corner and lose a little bit of control there, but not enough to give Zipper any breathing room there. Both making their way towards the vents. I'm almost like,
Ooh,
that was weird.
that would have been
Oh, he hit
Oh no.
he hit one of the beams.
And the rock.
Yeah,
And
that's going to be a 3-2 victory for Zipper. Very close though.
Yeah, it seems like Under got that one camera mode, which is very annoying when you take that corner too close. The camera just gets stuck in the fence.
What's that right under? I'm expecting Zipper's to be. Very close match though. Um,
So this is the second time we have Zipper versus Shara.
yes. Yeah, the picture has it. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I was a bit confused.
Oh, Zipper flipped over there.
Yeah. If Shark can maintain this and also maintain the pace, like take a map of the Zipper.
And Zipper's gonna have a hard time overtaking Shara. With Shara's lag.
Zipper hit the barrel there and spun out, losing more time. So this could be pretty good chances for Shara.
Yeah, but if Zipper loses this race, then we all know what he's going to pick next.
Oh, but Shara flipped out.
Shara still on Zipper's tail, not at all letting up. Shara also seems to have stepped their act up since the last time we've seen them do 1v1s. Flashbacks to Ballas versus Shara. The top 10 anime battle that never happened in this tournament. I find it very hard to follow what Shara's actually doing because
Yeah, same.
they're in their own little world with the lag. And Zipper wants to make sure that he is ahead of Shara. Because having to deal with that lagness monster in front of you isn't exactly something you sign up for when dealing with a tournament like this. Either way, Zipper does not cut the barrel on the inside and manages to just step out the way. This could have gone anyway. Well, yeah.
I'm guessing an S means star or something.
Yeah.
Venice, right?
Yeah. Let's go. Both messing up at the first section. That seems to be a common theme on Venice.
Yeah.
No lot of space on that corner, and it's the first one.
And in the 1v1, who likes yielding? Zipper seems to have messed up a bit there, which blows the door wide open for Shara to take the lead. Shara's like the only other person I've seen who keeps it honest aside from Amanda. And maybe Irv in a couple races. Question is, can Shara maintain this for an entire lap with someone like Zipper constantly on their tail? And Zipper is going to look for opportunities to try and slot in front of them at literally every corner. Oh, or he could clip the side of the bridge there and lose time to Shara. And oh my god, that's brutal.
That's devastating. And he clips another one.
Ow!
Oh no.
This is where you'd play You Had a Bad Day. You know the song?
Yeah.
Ouch. I think, yeah. That's a 1-1.
It just keeps going.
It's like when Oisiek kept on messing up on Molten Caverns.
I'm surprised he actually chose Titanic this time.
He's picked both. He doesn't seem to pick it particularly fast with either.
True enough.
So Shara already exceeding their expectations since the last time these two faced each other.
Yeah.
In the first group stage. Shara actually taking the win off the Zipper at the last time when Shara didn't even get a look in. Seems to be doing something right this time around. Zipper, though, pretty much effortlessly pulling away from Shara. Oh, and as I say that, he messes up, clips that chain thing, and he's having to reverse.
Once again. Let's see if he can manage to do the reverse again.
The reverse sweep. He's gonna have to do it at some point. But he forces.
And he just keeps going. He keeps going backwards. Well, Shara messes up.
Can he win like this?
I think he's gonna try.
Oh,
No, he's not. He's... That was something. Oh my god. Shara almost had the lead in the last lap, but they messed up at the worst possible time. But they're still not too far behind Zipper, so who knows? Zipper doesn't mess up, but Shara does at the narrow U-turn. And as we're into the last corner, it seems like Zipper is gonna command the win over Shara. He's doing it. He's actually doing it.
Oh yeah. Maybe he can do what I couldn't.
Taking a page out of my book. But the question is, can he replicate that same success?
Bit of a wide line there from Shara.
Zipper with the initial lead, though. We had to see if Shara can outpace Zipper. But
Oh, no.
seems to have just spun out instead, which is unfortunate. Zipper can rest a little bit easier, knowing that Shara is just only 30 meters behind rather than like 10 meters. Fine.
Think that when I had this exact same race, Zebra had an 80. Let's see if Shara can cut that in half at least.
Ah, yeah, I did have a quite significant lead over you when you tried it.
Yeah.
Shara, though, not exactly. Zipper ain't exactly pulling away from Shara since Shara made that mistake, so who knows? Who knows?
Oh, spins out.
Oof. And Shara doesn't. So, but Shara goes a little bit wide, but still very much a race here. As Zipper doesn't mess up the shortcut. Oh, but he does lose control of it, and Shara doesn't. So they're literally neck and neck now.
Very close.
If Shara can do this lap smoothly, he might just have a chance at victory.
Meanwhile, Zipper's stumbling around, trying to hold on to that lead. But also needs to reel it in a bit to not try and push themselves too much into a mistake.
Oh,
Shara seems to have messed up there, so Zipper can rest easy and close out the series. I'll probably even take the long way around just in case. No, he's going to take the shortcut. Fair play.
okay.
Right, so
I think next up would be me and Alex.
that
Oh boy.
is in 15. That's scheduled to happen in 15 minutes. But if you can just bear with me for a moment, because I still need to like do the free wins and update the
Yeah.
standings.
Well, we already did the match that was supposed to start at this time.
Which was Zipper versus Under.
Mm-hmm. I'll go AFK for a moment in case I'm next.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get Vladimir and Fox to play their match, which was scheduled to happen a week later. But since there's time, we might as well see if they're interested.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So we could be Ding Vlad and Floxit.
Possibly. If Vlad isn't here, that's still fine. They're only scheduled to race next week. Oh, awesome! Right, Vlad's in. Right now, we're just trying to see if we can get anyone to race. All right. Are they in the lobby yet?
Someone is joining right now. Yep, both fine.
All right. It is time to do the coin flip. Oh,
Oh, I did it.
that's fine.
This is group 1, right?
Yes.
And we are off. Oh, Flux it with an early mess up.
It's not what you want when you first start a race. You want to do that later on or something. Well, ideally, you don't want to do it from the whole. You get ready. In any case, Vlad with the commanding lead from the start. But Fluxit is not letting up. He has not made commentator's curse. As soon as I was about to say, he hasn't messed up since that first mistake. He crashes into the beam at the last corner and spins on. Has to reposition. Oh, Vlad messed up as well. Quite a
And
big
he
mistake.
does pretty badly.
Yeah, he recovered it ever so slowly. It's not really what you want. And Fox right behind him. Now Vlad needs to really get their act together and try and fend off Fluxit. Ooh, Fluxit slots right in front and takes the lead on the last lap. And
Still one lap to go though.
Vlad tried to do the exact same and got punished for it. Oh, Fluxit
Oh,
clips. That's unfortunate. That's, yeah. I blame the track for that, honestly. That shouldn't be happening. In any case, Vlad has the lead right now. They're taking it very slowly compared to Fox. But it doesn't matter, because in the last corner, Vlad will win the first match of the series. Foxit picks toy soldiers. What is this communication? Yes, yes. They don't even need to be asked. They're just raring to go.
And off we go onto the second map.
and they both mess up.
Oh, that was a bit of a messy start from both of them.
Fluxit seems to take the jump.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit here, which is it's either this or Kaddish, and he seems to think he'd struggle less on toy soldiers, which is understandable. Ooh,
Vlad
Vlad
spins out. I
and
think he
Fox.
hit the wall, didn't he?
Yeah, he must have. Either way, Fox is right on his tail, just like last race. But doesn't quite get the angle right and crashes into the fencing there through the chicane. Vlad is still in the lead. Fox is taking the jump. So they make their way up the ramps. Jumping down, Fox is still on Vlad's tail. Very much ramping up the pressure and whatnot. And Fox had messed up, but so did Vlad. Fox is on the lead here in the last lap.
Yeah, that section is very nasty. Easy to mess up.
It's as easy to mess up as it is to understand. Once again, taking the ramp. Oh, what happened there with Vlad? Oh my god, he just caught up. He tried to recover very quickly, but stumbled across all the obstacles in the way. And Fox it. If he can get his act together, the containers, and not mess up there, he might win this.
Yep, this one
Yeah.
soon flocks it.
Tying up the series 1-1. We have a match here, potentially.
Nice, we get to see Metro.
And off we go. Third map, I mean.
Vlad took that very slowly. I'm not sure what's happened there, but he sort of gave Fox a little boost. Fox was expecting that and lost control as a result.
Yeah, Flux has slowed down there, which you probably shouldn't have with Latman so close to his tail.
And that's Fox. It's spinning out at the storage area. By pulling away rather convincingly. In spite of that. Considering Vlad's track record, the race still far from over despite what the distance meter tells us. Making the way down the subway, they seem to have made a mistake. Fox seems to have a much better pace. He's more daring and quicker.
Latman tried to bang on the bench there, but you can't do that.
Oh, I was paying attention to Fox there, and suddenly noticed the 70-meter gap pretty much disappeared, and Fox is now right behind Vlad again. Vlad seemingly struggling this tournament. Not sure what's happened. Fox, on the other hand, has done his homework very well. And is very, very much capable of potentially another upset against Vlad. Ooh, but spins out of the bench and gets caught out by the reposition there. Well, Vlad is gonna drive away. And yeah.
No more corners. This one should be it.
Yeah. 2 extremely close losses for Fluxit. But it's still possible to turn it around.
And we are off to Ghost Town 2. Potentially the last race of this series.
Got stone too, huh?
Yep.
And we're off via the initial boost. We've taken the long way around the optical line there. Fox, they're not letting up in button here.
Taking that hairpin a bit slower. And once again, both choosing a longer route. Oh,
Ooh.
bad mess up by Vladimir there.
They got caught up by the rail. And just like that, Fox is ahead. Messed up the last corner, but he's still ahead. Can he maintain this throughout this final lap? And perhaps bring this series to a game 5 on Museum Run?
He very well could. Oh, he very well might now. Vladimir clips the pole there.
Yeah, it's gonna take a huge mistake to. Yeah, Fox spins out at the end there, but it doesn't matter because he had the room for it. And just like that, we're going to a game 5. Fox it with the nerves. I don't blame him. And off we go.
Both going for the glitchy wallbang and surviving.
Fox it slots himself ahead though. Had the better line and speed through that corner. Doesn't mess up there. Both make their way through the dinosaur. Around the U-turn. Ooh, Foxy gets caught up in one of those rails there, but Vlad seems to have messed up there a little bit as well. Vlad's slowing down quite a bit for that ramp. Foxit, on the other hand, does not and pays the price for it.
This time Fluxit doesn't make it through the RNG wall unscathed.
The gap a little bit wider, but this is still just the second lap. I'll take a few more mistakes from Foxit to seal the deal.
And one of those has just been made. He didn't take the drop quite properly. Took it too far to the left and hit the wall.
Yeah, that's right. But by habit, we do see Vlad slowing down when they're far ahead. Look at that. They seem to have... Oh, they messed up the ramp there. Foxit's hopes are not yet dashed. They clumsily made their way past the ramp, but and they seem to be okay. But then they clipped into that start sign and spun out because of it, which is not what you want in a game 5.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Vladimir making their way past the jump. Incident free. Foxit does not, but they managed to salvage it at the last moment. The two meet, and now Vlad just has to take this home.
Shouldn't be too hard, but
They're doing it very slowly.
oh yeah, I would too. Very easy to mess up here. Oh wow, this
And
is very slow.
This is still messed up.
But still, good enough.
It,
Takes the win.
yeah, it's still the deal. It's unfortunate for Foxit because two of those losses out of the three, actually, he could have won all three of those races he lost easily had things have gone differently. But well played by both of them.
Now then, Alex,
Let's do it.
please take it easy on me.
No.
So, do the coin flip for us, Saf?
Sure. Tails. So,
Oh, that's me.
yeah, you picked the first track.
Okay, I'm gonna say Mayhem.
Give me a moment.
Ready when you are, Alex.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Right, let's start. And off we go, Alex facing Irv. Irv seemingly losing a bit of control there. Tried to slot themselves in front of Alex, but Garrett aborted that attempt for some reason. Still right behind Alex there. After the first section of tournament. I makes their way for that chicane incident free compared to what we used to seeing. Alex seems to have slightly better pace here through the corners, and as a result is pulling away a tiny bit from Irv in every section. I mean, the lap time speaks for themselves. Alex's first lap over a second faster than Irv's. Irv needs to pull out some monstrous lap times as well to keep up with him. In the final lap, once again, Alex whips out a lap time 9/10 faster than Irv's second lap, which is quite significant in a track like this where there aren't any inherent shortcuts or anything. The only way you'll be faster is through getting the right lines and approaching corners the right way. And of course a little bit of wall banging here and there, but Alex has complete control over the track and the environment, and pretty much effortlessly wins against Irv here. Irv picks counter sprint. And off we go. Both seemingly taking turns with the lead here, and the first few corners of counter sprint. Ooh, Irv clips the right side of the area a bit too much. And as a result, loses a bit of timing there to Alex. Second or so, roughly. Both making their way for that tricky section incidentally. Around these corners they go. Up and down the hills. Irv flips over though, which is going to cost him even more. He wants to reduce the amount of mistakes he makes, and also not fall off the track. He wants to keep his chances of a win here alive against someone on the caliber of Alex. Alex is more consistent and faster and makes less mistakes than Irv can. It's going to be a tough, very tough challenge for Irv to try and bring this back. But mathematically, it's still possible, as we are in the second lap. It's quite nice to be able to see this more often now that it's not a tiebreaker map anymore. The tiebreaker map in this track pool is Museum 1. And the other track pool is Overground. Both very difficult tracks to master, both for different reasons. Irv keeping Alex on his toes here, not pulling away too much in the second lap, which is quite surprising, considering what we know about Alex and his pace on this track. Though on the other hand, Alex does seem to be pulling away from Irv a little bit, with Alex's last lap being 8 times faster than Irv's. But they got caught up in the ramp, and it's up to Irv to not do the same thing, and he doesn't. So now Alex might be panicking though, because he doesn't want to do that again. He might face losing the race to Irv. But it's also up to Irv to try and keep his nerves together and not get too excited and make a mistake. But if Alex maintains this pace and doesn't make any mistakes, this race is his. And just like that, he approaches the final few corners towards the finish line, and that is 2-0 towards him. Just has to win one more race to close out this. Irv though, keeping him very honest. And off we go. Irv approached that corner a bit interestingly, but made it through incident 3, I suppose. And is right behind Alex. Irv takes the alternative line through that subway, trying to catch Alex off guard, but it doesn't quite work out. And a couple of badly approached corners later, it seems Irv is a little bit behind Alex, rather than being right behind him. Still keeping him honest. Alex should not sleep on Irv here, because even a tiniest mistake and Irv will capitalize on it. As we enter the second lap, Irv seems to have made a mistake there in the first corner, losing even more time to Alex here. Alex making their way through the 90-degree corners pretty effortlessly. So does Irv. Both making their way through the storage area fairly neatly. Alex already on the start-finish straight, and so is Irv. Irv can see him right in the distance. He has to think of something to try and force Alex to mistake. Irv doesn't quite get that corner right and has to backtrack to try and do it correctly, and because of that, it's looking like his fate is sealed here. And he makes another mistake, and yeah, that was a good effort, but in the end, that really cost him. Still much closer of a trio than we're used to seeing, so that's something to take away from it. Alex with a not at all It wasn't handed to him on a silver platter, the feel was. It was hard earned.
um, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I think I discovered a new kind of shortcut there at a U-turn.
Yeah.
And I tried to go for it again on the third lap, but then the air owl kind of got me confused, and then I figured I'd go back, but I think I actually got it right again, and I shouldn't have went back. Oh well.
Well, you still have many more opportunities, and considering how well you've been doing, I'm sure you'll be in the top 4.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's good.
well played by both. I shall update the standings.
You really surprised me on Kadish.
How come?
I was expecting a way more comfortable lead.
Never underestimate your opponents, I suppose.
Which isn't supposed to be like a knock against you, but more like just in general. I usually have like, even against like people like Ander in test sessions, I've had a way easier time.
Yeah, but you didn't have an easy time against me in Kaddish when we faced each other, I don't think.
I
I
thought
don't
I
even remember that one.
I thought I did pretty badly in Kaddish though, because I did quite a few mistakes in the first lap.
I also did a pretty bad one in the third one, but you know, it happens.
Right, Vladman versus Zeno is scheduled to happen right now, but I'm just going to give it to Vladman. Because Zeno isn't here. Oh, look at that. We have our first actual tie. Because Irv and Vladman are tied in the standings because Irv beat Vladman in the head-to-head matchup. Irv is third and Vladman's fourth.
So that does seem to be it for Group 1 today.
Yep, it's just Group 2 now. 3 more matches.
So, Lagerak and Shara.
Yes. I'm going to unhide the playoff bracket.
Nice.
Because if Zipper wins against Lagerok, then he will have done all 5 of his matches. And if he has won all 5 of them, then he's guaranteed to have a place. But we already know where he's going to be in the playoff bracket.
Okay, here we go.
And off we go.
I wasn't even looking at the lobby. I listened. Alright, Shah versus Lagro. This is actually pretty important because this will probably decide who will be where in the playoffs. Because if Shah wins against Lagrock, then they are highly likely to be third in their bracket, which will put them against who is highly likely to be you, Vic. Also, over the week, I will need to show the map rule for the playoffs. But anyhow, we have Shah versus Lagrock right now. Shah with the initial lead as we are about to enter the second lap. Shah seems to be pulling away quite significantly here, considering the caliber of these two drivers. Both are very good. This is this is a match a lot of people have slept on, but look at how close they are.
Oh yeah. Neither making any mistakes.
This is pretty much what you want to see like all the time. Just two people literally right behind each other, every race. Question is, can Shah maintain this with the massive threat right behind them? Literally omnipresent the entire race. Seems like they might be able to. They have a few corners where they can take it easy. And just like that, Shah with nerves of steel is gonna win the first map in Cyclone. Almost to Venice again. Fun fact, Shara has beaten the likes of Zipper ZB here, but has lost to Earth.
Somehow.
This is trivial information that's, quite exciting to, talk about.
Sure, right behind Lager. Once again, very close.
Oh yeah. These two are certainly not laying up each other, as this is a very important matchup in who they face. Ooh, Lagra seems to have slowed down a bit for that first section, but Shara, with being a bit more ambitious, seems to have messed up.
Oh, Lager also seems to have slipped out somewhere.
Bringing the race back for Shara. Seems to be stumbling a little bit like Rock. Onto the final lap. Shara closing the gap a little bit, but makes a mistake. Still far from over yet, and Shara's still only like 20 meters behind. Making their way past the cafe? Restaurant? I don't know. Either way, the gap is nowhere. Ooh, what happened to Lagrok? He seems to have messed up there. Quite
Yeah, he clipped the door.
Oof. And just like that, Shara is looking to win the second race, but Lagrok slots himself in front. This is literally going to go down to the last corner. Oh my god, what a finish. Shara was right about to slot themselves in front of Lagrok at the last corner, but couldn't quite do it, and crashed into the wall. Shara thinking about which track to pick. I think they're going to switch to Hammer and pick Molten Caverns. Hammer not at all a bad choice on Molten Caverns. An ambitious plan from Shara. Let's see if it pays off.
Nice.
Now this is interesting. Ooh, Lagrok. Clips goes near the lava too much and flips over as a result, giving Shara the initial lead. Shara almost falls into the lava, but manages to bring it back just about. Even though they lost the lead to Lagrok, it could have been a lot worse. Ooh, that's an unusual place to fall off there. But that wasn't really a necessary position there. Both seemingly very much out of their element here on Molten Caverns, which isn't what you want. Lagrok making their way down the tunnels, through the crystals. And this is where a lot of this is where most of the race will be decided. Lagrok and Shara both making a mistake, crashing into one of the mini crystals. Lagrok going around these corners a lot safer, but falls off, giving the lead away to Shara as we head into the second lap of Molten Caverns. Very much a back and forth battle between the two.
Yeah, interesting to see Hummer on Molten Caverns. Not exactly either like what I call a Hummer track. Like
I
Amco
mean,
TT, for example.
Hammer is a comfortable pick here. It may not be the quickest, but like it's a comfortable pick because the bumpiness can often screw over Toyota. But if you're already proficient with Hammer, you know, it's not a bad choice.
Oh yeah.
Um, from what little lap time testing I did, Toyota's like a second faster. But like, does that really matter when the Toyota driver you're facing is making mistakes all the time? Oh, Lagra falls off the bridge there. Which allows Shara to sort of pull away, but Shara lost a bit of control there for a second, almost fell into the water. That's about the only place I haven't seen people fall off yet. Shara needs to keep it together, which is difficult in these circumstances, especially with this car on this track. Oh, look how slowly they're approaching that section. Allows Lagra to try and catch up, but he's spinning out and stumbling all over the place.
Yeah, that's really bad. And he hits the wall again.
Looks like this ambitious choice for Shara paid off. It's going to take a lot of mistakes to allow Lagra to bring this back. Shara makes the way for the last corner, down the final bend, crosses the finish line, and brings the series 2-1.
We do have a Hummer win.
The maiden Hummer win over Tech. Couldn't quite go on an MQTT, but they were able to do it on Molten Cavern.
Oh, Shara is switching back.
Yeah, because why would you race Hammer on Ghost 10-1? He was just for Molten Caverns because of how similar the terrain is to Amco TT. You know? And off we go. Can Lagrock bring this back and give us a game 5, or will Shara crush his hopes and dreams and make it a 3-1? Like what Ander did to him earlier today on Titanic. Well, either way, he seems to be in the lead at the moment. Goes around the U-turn. Shara has a bit of control after the U-turn. Giving Lagrock a bit of space to breathe, but not too much. Shara breathing down his neck like one dude who likes to breathe really loudly and whatnot. Tube station. Lagrock doing his best to keep it together. Shara's trying to bring in some sort of monster pace here, but didn't quite make it. So just like that, we're gonna go to game 5. A lot of game 5s today. I'm not complaining. Will Shara switch to Hummer here? Shara will not, surprisingly enough. And off we go. The final map of this series between Lagrock and Shara starts off with the latter getting the initial lead. But they seem to have messed up this uphill section and gives away the lead to Lagrock, who then in turn seems to mess up the U-turn a little bit. But making their way for the boxes instant free, so does Shara. The events will determine who wins and loses. It's one of the many things that will determine who wins it. Ooh, Shara caught up in the box. That's not really what you want. Not considering the stakes. Ooh, Lagrock gets caught up in the boulder that you have the opportunity to clip into right after that first jump.
Shara spun out.
It's kind of hard to tell when Shara makes a mistake. The connection isn't the best. Lagrock losing a little bit of time there to Shara seemingly. Lagrock needs to keep it together in this last lap and hope that Shara does not. Otherwise, we might see Shara taking the series from the brink. Lagrock making his way downhill. Doesn't hit anything, takes it very slowly as well. You can tell he's trying to keep it together. On the other hand, he's sort of pushing a little bit because he knows he has such a huge lead over Shara. 70-meter lead is no slouch on overground. Shara messing up again. This is looking like Rock Series. And just like that, it's going to be a 3-2 victory over Shara there from Lagrock. All play to both. And like that, Lagrock moves up to third place over Shara in Group 2.
Now then, under in the 607.
Nice.
I'm actually gonna have to take my leave here. My dog is getting very upset about something, and I need to go check up on him.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe I'll be back in like a few minutes. Maybe not. Depends on what it is.
Okay.
See ya.
Okay. See ya.
That's it. That Goomba Stomper before downhill killed me.
Ah, yes. I guess numbers do come before letters in this case.
Alright, just 2 more matches left to go.
D and choose, right?
No. Oh, he's still eating his dinner, okay. That's fair enough.
Okay, here you go.
We begin the second to last match of the day. And we're facing 6-7.
And they're with the boost.
From what we've seen from the two, it's very likely this is going to be a close matchup. But 6-7 is going to try his best.
But he hit the thing.
He hit the obstacle with passion and conviction.
Cylinder seems to have messed up as well, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he did it again.
6-7 finding himself in the unusual place ahead of Andor.
And there has the better line.
Yeah, I don't think Andor's going to be too impressed about that time of his. Six or seven certainly trying his hardest. Trying to take the optimal line there, but I'm not sure if they're comfortable in that line or not. Either way, Andor is convincingly pulling away. Though 6-7 is keeping him a fair bit honest. Andor actually makes any sort of mistake. And 6-7 doesn't. And he might not actually win this. But considering what we've seen of Andor, that's looking very unlikely. doesn't mess up the U-turn. 6 or 7 messes up though, somewhere along the line. The gap went from 50 meters to 100 in this lap alone. So yeah, just like that, Ando wins the first lap against Kevin. And off we go. And then
Oh,
with the initially commanding weight, but hits the barrier there on the right bit. He hit the barrier there on the right and gave the leader weight 6 to 7, but considering the monstrous pace even on this track, I'm sure they will catch up fairly quickly.
607 spun out there, unfortunately.
Andre also messed up a bit there as well. Hey, look at that, he messed up again.
Yeah.
This track's a meme. Regardless of whether he wins or loses, he's not going to be pleased with the memories from this race. Making their way towards the second lap, 6 or 7. Can he pull out the miracle win? And hanging there for 2 more laps, or will Andor catch up with his much better pace? The pace is nothing if you can't be consistent, especially on a track like this. 6 or 7, and Andor making it through, though Andor's approach stat was 1.316. But the gap remains surprisingly unchanged. And as I say that, the gap becomes something, the gap just disappears in a matter of seconds. Andor starts himself in front of 6 or 7 and flips him over, which is an unfortunate side effect of arcade physics. It was about to overtake 6 or 7 anyway, with how quickly he just deleted that gap. I'd like to see how that happened. Anyway,
607 might have to go for the shortcut, though it could be a bit risky.
on the messes up, so does 6 or 7, but before the jump as well. So the gap remains unchanged.
He does not go for the shortcut.
Probably not aware of it, or isn't confident enough to approach it.
I think he wasn't aware of it last time against Zipper, but he tried it out and was a bit clunky, but he did make it through. Could be that he doesn't want to risk it, but in this situation, it might have been the only way.
Another win for Andor, but very close, considering what we expected. Onwards to Atomic. And with the initial lead of 7. I'm not sure what happened there, but he seems to turn out. Did he clip like the inside of the swimming pool? Is it? Either way, that's already a 40 to 50 meter lead for Ando. Oh, he clips that part of the corner. Ando already. Ooh, went to the swimming pool there. Cut the corner a bit too much and paid the price for it. But he has a margin. He can get away with it because of how much of a lead he has. Who's that?
It's me. I'm back. My dog
Welcome
is
back.
all fine.
That's good.
I came back and saw Ando trying to go between the chairs, which is something he found. And he usually does not go for because it saves like barely even a tenth of a second.
Well, he does have the advantage. Ha, yeah.
He's trying it. So that's what he was trying to do. Okay. I wasn't quite sure. Because like it's hard to see what people are doing when the netcode influences their movement. On the on other people's end. But despite the experimentation and whatnot, that's looking like a 3-0 sweep by Ando against 6 or 7.
So we have the final match for today, Zipper and Lagirok, which could be quite exciting. He did say jailhouse, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, he did.
Okay, good. Here we go,
And
the final
we
match.
We are off to our last match of the day, Zipper Zibiriak versus Lagerrock. Probably butchered Zipper's name, but you know what can you do? I'm not Polish. At least that name certainly looks Polish.
Zippers. Yeah. Pronounce it correctly.
Anyway, Zipper off to an early lead. Zipper taking the shortcut there. Lagerok does not. And we enter the second lap with a close lead for Zipper.
The two are pretty much neck and neck right now. Though Zipper does have the better pace and is just pulling away by sheer pace, not by anyone really making mistakes. Just this has better pace than Nightrock, so it's pulling away. It's had a bit more each lap. I mean, yeah, he's consistently a lot faster than Nightrock. Like, he's a lot faster in the first lap, a lot faster in the second. Probably going to be the same case in the third unless he makes a mistake.
Oh yeah.
Unsure when Nightrock loses his speed though.
He, for example, takes the longer road in the
In the series.
upcoming section. Probably takes every corner like a bit slower. Yeah, this is where he loses a lot of time.
Yeah. Nightrock once again finding himself behind Zipper. Though a lot better pace in this race. Did that corner a bit slowly, but it doesn't really matter. Zipper isn't that much faster in this track.
Lagerok taking that first corner very slow. Very safe. Once again, neither seem to be making mistakes, but Lagerok just being outpaced.
Yeah. Oh, my mistake there from Zipper. Any more of that, and he might throw away the victory. And that is a win for Zipper. 2-0. Just needs to win one more to close out the series. And off we go. Once again, Deja Vu Flag Rock. Not really making mistakes, but not really being able to close the gap to Zipper CB through pace. Which is what you want to be the best.
Oh, Lego killing the black thing.
Yeah, that's something you want, especially when the person in front is already pulling away from you just by raw pace.
Oh, Zipper spins out. Goes backwards now.
The signature backwards driving on Titanic.
Let's see how far Zipper can take it this time. Oh, he keeps going. Keeps going backwards.
If he's too cocky, Lagrock will catch up and beat him.
Lagrock is catching up. One turn left. If Zipper messes this one up, he might have just thrown away the victory here. And he does not.
Well, that's
That's the way to win.
and with that, Zipper has a guaranteed. We actually know where he's going to be in the playoffs. Because literally no one else can replicate a 5-0. Because he just beat everyone in his group. So yeah, just like that, we have We've done all the matches for today. All of the other matches will occur next weekend. Next Saturday, we'll have the remaining group stage 2 matches, and then next Sunday we'll do the playoffs.
Went pretty well today, I think. Some good matches we had.
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of upsets too. So we end the day with Victor Starr leading his group. followed closely by Alex and Irv and Vladimir. Those are the top 4 in those groups. Fox sits 5th, and Zino, being a no-show, is 6th. In Group 2, you have Zipper ZB with a guaranteed first place already. Played all of his matches today. Then you have Under in 2nd, followed by Lagrock in 3rd, Shar in 4th. Despite Lagrock actually, oh yeah, I must have messed the differential there, because yeah, I need to change the rules so that it favors head-to-head matchup over differential. Because right now, if we go by differential, then Shara is ahead of Lagrock, despite losing to Lagrock. But either way, Lagrock and Shara complete the top 4 in Group 2, followed by 6 or 7 and Sitio, who has seemingly dropped out. So yeah, that's it from us this weekend. We will see you next weekend.
Goodbye.